This segment is going to deal with blood typing, which is an immunological type reaction, and what we have got is we've got various types of sample blood. We have got actually 4 different types in here that we are going to look at. We have got these cards, which allow us to do the sampling fairly easily. And then we have got the anti-serum for these particular types of blood. Now you can see on each card, it has got 3 spaces, one for an anti-A, one for an anti-B, and one for a anti-RH or anti-D type scenario. And what we do is it's rather simple. We take our blood, and this is a synthetic type blood. It works the same way when you're working with real blood, and what we do is we put a drop down. I'm going to put a drop on each one of the areas here, and then I am going to go and add to that my anti-serum. This is an anti-B anti-serum. I use an anti-A anti-serum. And then we will use an anti-RH serum. And we really should do this on all of these different cards, but we'll give you an idea of what this looks like on one card first. Then what we do is we mix them. There are a lot of different ways that you can mix these. You can mix these with a toothpick. In this particular case, I'm going to move these other cards out of the way so that we can zoom in on this. Starting out on this, I mix that one together, and you can see it is already clumped. I mix this one together, and we can see no clumping occurring. And then I'm going to take a new toothpick because I can only use 2 ends of a toothpick, and I'm going to mix these 2 together. And as I mix these two together, I don't necessarily see any clumping. And you let the reaction take a little bit of time. Sometimes I shake these, and by shaking them, what happens is you actually may cause clumping to occur. So I'm going to put this one off to the side. It said that was sample 2. I'm going to pull a new one in here. This says we're going to do sample 1 here. And again, I'm going to take a drop of blood, this is anti-B, and I'm going to put anti-B there. And I always want to make sure that I don't let these caps or anything touch the other material, because if it holds on to the other material, then it would be, it could contaminate it. So I always drop it from a little bit of a distance. And then again, I'm going to take a toothpick, and I'm going to just mix these together. Look at that. You see the way that clumped that quickly? All right, and that indicates that that is a positive reaction there. This doesn't look like it has done anything yet. And then I'm going to take this, and again a third one, and I'm going to mix these together. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to mix it gently. Here's another sample. This says sample 2. I put a drop of blood in each one of the spots there. Then this is the anti-A, and I'm going to drop anti-A, anti-B, anti-RH, and then we're going to start mixing again. This, now notice, this one, it doesn't seem like we got anything coagulating in there. Up, now look at this. Did you see that? Did you see how that clumped up very quickly? And then this one, I placed that there. So when we look at these, what we look for is we look for coagulation or agglutination of these materials. You can see that in this particular one, this center card in here, which says anti-B, has agglutinated. You can see how it's become separated in there. And by being separated in there, that would be a positive reaction for the B. We don't have a reaction for the A. We don't have the reaction for the RH. So this would be a B negative reaction. The other card that we did, again, we can see that in this particular case, we had the A agglutinate over here. So we get the agglutination reaction on the A. That means that is A. It is not B. It's also not RH. So this would be an A negative card. And you can do many different types of cards like that. This is another sample. Again, I'm going to take the blood. I'm going to put a drop of blood in here on each one of the cards. Then I'm going to take my anti-materials. This is anti-RH. I put a drop of it there. This is the anti-B we're coming back with, and we're going to put a drop of it there. And this is the anti-A, and we're going to put a drop of it right there. Okay, so we have one drop of each. And you can see how they're kind of color-coded. We're going to take these, we're going to mix these together, see if we get any sort of reaction. That looks like no reaction there. I turn the material around, I do that. Again, that looks like no reaction. And then I take this and I mix that together. And in this particular case, it looks like I get no reaction out of that. I can take these and I can sometimes jiggle them a little bit to see whether or not anything is going to happen. And what I'm getting is I'm getting no reaction out of any of these. So therefore, this would be type O blood.